Have you ever heard of human trafficking? Well, I can tell you I didn't know much about it until a few years ago. I really didn't think it would affect me really until someone in my high school got into it. I didn't know them personally, but I knew of them. And it wasn't until senior year they decided to talk about it and get us aware of the situation. So, I'm here to tell you about the problems and solutions into human trafficking. I'll be sharing what human trafficking is, the issues here in Portland, and what we can do to help this epidemic. So what is human trafficking? Human trafficking, as described on the portlessproject.org, define it as human trafficking is a form of modern slavery where people profit from the control and exploitation of others. In the year 2000, the Victims in Trafficking and Violence Protection Act was accepted, which declared human trafficking as illegal. Within the years, the act grew. So it helped victims to have certain benefits and pretty much not be having prostitution on their record, which was nice for the victims involved. So the two major types of sex trafficking or human trafficking on here is sex trafficking, which is 80% of it, labor trafficking, which is 10%, and non-declared is another 10%. But that's pretty much what human trafficking is. So why should we care? I mean, it doesn't affect us at all. Why should we even think about it? Well, you're wrong. Human trafficking in Portland is huge. We are one of the biggest ports for sex trafficking and human trafficking. So Portland is such a big hotspot. Why is that? Well, we are in the middle of I-5. So above us is Seattle, below us is LA. We are right in the middle. So to transport girls north and south is easier, and biggest part of it is that our laws for condemning sex trafficking is less strict compared to Washington and California. We have less strict laws about that. But in 2013, they found 469 children who were victims of sex trafficking in the past 4 years in Portland. Portland State University actually made a report about it. And the average age is 15 and a half, and the youngest is 8. And on the graph, it shows all the different ages that get involved in it and the percentages of them getting involved. So the highest would be 20%, around 16 years of age are the girls and boys that get involved in this. So to help these people who are stuck in human trafficking, we must spread awareness. So talk to your parents about it, talk to your sisters about it, talk to your brothers, cousins, friends, classmates. Bring awareness of the situation. I honestly had no idea about all of this. Had no clue. Until my senior year in high school where they actually told us about it. But you don't know, this can help other people. If you become more aware of it, if you share the information, this can help save a life. So the second thing you can do are know the signs. What to look for. So some things you can look for are the girls or women looking malnourished. Are they avoiding eye contact? Are they carrying no identification or belongings on them? Or money? Do they know what city they're in? Are they fearful or nervous? Are they not allowed to speak for themselves? These are huge signs of sex trafficking. Huge. So if you ever see these things, the next thing you should do is probably, if you have the courage to do it, you don't have to, but if you have the courage, ask them questions. So where are you living? Where are you traveling? Where do you work? Who is your boss? If you can even be blunt about, are you being hurt or threatened? Are you being forced to be here? So these questions can help. And if you see some inconsistencies in their answers, or they're just kind of scared to talk to you, even if they tell you that they're being forced to be here, if you have a feeling, trust your instincts, call 911. 911 in Portland, they know about the situation, they're willing to help. So I kind of want to give you a taste of how these girls get into human trafficking and sex trafficking majorly. It's kind of, a lot of it happens when girls run away. In a couple days, they find a friend to trust, and then from that, they get into getting into the business of sex trafficking. But another case, it honestly can be anyone. And I kind of want to give you a vision of what they go through. So I'm going to have you imagine there's a 15-year-old girl, and she goes to a house party. Very first one, and she meets a 18-year-old boy. And he's hitting on her, he's very attractive, and they start dating. So they're going out, and he's buying her gifts, he's paying to get her nails done, he's paying to get her hair done. All of a sudden he says that he's in love with her, and he wants her to move out of her parents' house and move in with him. So they're living together, everything's good, she's thinking that he's the one, they're like totally in love, and then suddenly there's no money. We can't pay rent. We can't buy food. You need to pick up a job. So yeah, he sets a job up for her. He takes her to the place where she doesn't know about, but he takes her. And she finds out that it's a strip club. She's like, no. He's like, just once. I promise you, just one time. That's it. Just once. So she does it once. Well, the promise isn't a promise. She does it more and more and more. And after that, he's just like, you know what? We still need more money. I need you to do sexual favors for this guy. So she's like, no, I can't do it. He's like, I promise just one time. That's it. So it just starts once, but then it keeps continuing and continuing and continuing. And then next thing she knows, she's across the country, and there's more than one of her. Another girl that he fell in love with. And then there's multiple girls. And then she finds herself getting beaten every night because she didn't get the quota met. So that's kind of what happens. It literally can be a girl from Beaverton suburbs who got stuck into a guy that did this. So that's kind of just a taste of what happens. Human trafficking is bigger than we anticipated, especially here in Portland. So I'm going to hand out a flyer for sex trafficking resources that you guys can use if you know of anyone. They have numbers and addresses where they can be reached. So remember, know the signs, ask questions, and call 911 if necessary. Open your eyes, someone may just need your help. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey! That was good.